The single habit that causes the most change in my life towards my dream life. And it isn't one of these most popular habits like going to the gym, working on a business, building your personal brand, or anything like that. It is actually one of the most, maybe more boring habits. It's meditation. And the first time I did this, I didn't do it on purpose. I just did it by accident. And later I got to know that this was actually a meditation, but it was during the first half of COVID. And in this first half of COVID, I just didn't know what to do. I played video games all day. I was watching YouTube during the times that I played video games, and also alongside that when I didn't play any video games. And I was playing video games for 8 hours plus a day, so I was basically on screens frying my dopamine receptors the whole day. And at the time I was laying in bed. It was in my old home, and in front of me I would have a big window where I could watch some trees moving in the wind, some leaves moving in the wind. And I was laying there when I was first sitting on my phone, but eventually that started to get a bit boring, so I'll just slipped away from my phone a bit, and I was just watching to the trees, and I saw the leaves moving in the wind. And I put my phone down, so it was silence in my ears, silence. And I was just watching the leaves for some time. And it felt like hours, but eventually they were like 5 minutes. But this time was the most relaxed I've ever felt in a long time during that period. Because I was frying my dopamine receptors so much every single day, because we had like the most time in the world during COVID, during the lockdown, you know. But during these 5 minutes that I just was watching the leaves move in the wind, I felt the most relaxed I've ever felt. And sometime later, when I started to look how I can increase my mental health, I started to learn about meditation. Then I started to do it more and more and more. But then I also got to know that this what I did by watching the leaves was actually a meditation. And when I started to do it more and more and more, I started to feel more relaxed more times during the day. And I started to be okay with the silence in my head. I started to be okay with not frying my dopamine receptors all day. The bad habits got less and less, and I could focus more on things that actually matter to me. Track and field, or reading a book, learning about nature, all these kind of things. And I got to be able to do more of that, do more schoolwork, get more done, because I just started to be able to focus a lot more because I was okay with the silence. So this single day that I started to do meditate led to a lot of improvement in my life. So meditation is the single habit that caused the most change in my life. And it is important to not to neglect. After 1 year in my journey, I thought, now I'm not really frying my dopamine receptors that much anymore. I'm really okay with the silence. I can put meditation away. I can stop doing that now. But after a couple of months, I fell back in all these bad habits, and I thought, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And then I remembered I don't meditate anymore. Even though it is like 5 or 10 minutes a day, it's such an important habit to do every single day, because it really benefits your focus. Being able to sit in silence, being able to work on one thing. Those are all things that you increase when you meditate every day. So, in my opinion, it's one of the most important habits in the self-improvement journey. I at first was skeptical too. I thought it was really spiritual and that kind of things. But it really helps you. So give it a try. that is, but I would recommend you. I hope you like this video and see you in the next one. Later.